Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to the Mifflin County High School gym. It is girls volleyball tonight on MCTV. Our stream will be coming to you live in about 10 minutes or so. Chambersburg was a little bit late getting here tonight. You can see on your screen that it is senior night here tonight. Hannah Runkle, one of the many seniors who will be honored here tonight for Mifflin County, playing their senior night game against the mid-pen opponent, Chambersburg. That is a look at the Chambersburg Lady Trojans as they continue their warm-ups here for tonight's JV contest. You can take a quick look there at the clock as it runs down. That's the warm-up time still remaining before the JV game gets underway. As we said, we're going to be a little bit late here tonight. Chambersburg arrived about 15 minutes or so later than what would be normal start time. So we are still in the warm-up process for the JVs. You haven't missed a thing, and we'll be bringing you live coverage here on MCTV of girls high school volleyball. Lady Huskies now out there warming up as we approach the 9-minute mark. Mifflin County girls on the varsity side still looking for their first win here tonight as they face Chambersburg. Girls last night lost at Central Dauphin 3-1 was the final score in that one. So let's see if we can get our first W tonight for our coaches and players. Speaking of coaches, let's take a little quick zoom in there. Danny Atkinson, no longer Danny Atkinson, our JV volleyball assistant coach, was married over the weekend in the middle of all this COVID activity, and Coach Atkinson is now Coach Craig. We want to congratulate she and her husband Craig on tying the knot over the weekend. So busy weekend for coaches. She's now back here getting ready with the volleyball team to face Chambersburg here as we wrap up a Thursday of high school sports here in Mifflin County. Of course, the team's back in action now. That was the first time that the girls had been back in action after the layoff. Had that week and a half off due to the COVID situation. But the girls were, like I said, on the court last night, and now they are here tonight for a home game, which again is going to be senior night. If you were not with us for the first volleyball stream, I do want to again remind you that because only a limited number of people are allowed in the gym, the numbers are a little more right now than they were before. But because of the limited numbers, we are doing our part. I am pulling double duty here, so at times you may have me leave the audio portion of our broadcast. We'll always try to keep the video on the court for you so that you can see what's happening the entire time, but occasionally I may have to leave to fulfill duties as game manager. So if that happens, we'll have to step aside, but otherwise we plan on bringing you a complete full night of JV and varsity girls volleyball. We do the JVs for volleyball as well, because volleyball, of course, the only sport where the crowd is extremely limited to get in here, and so we want to feature our volleyball teams as much as we can. So I'm going to step aside for just a second. We'll leave the camera run on the court. Again, it's girls volleyball tonight here on MCTV, Mifflin County and Chambersburg. We're going to step aside again and let the girls continue to warm up. Again, we're about 7 minutes away from JV action. Stay with us.
was another great song here on Game Time. Mifflin County Athletics wants to remind you that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of educational athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by officials, coaches, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory or demeaning comments and cheer today. We hope that you will enjoy the game and support the students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. More awesome tunes are coming up here on Game Time. We've got the best music for you all the time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our live stream of Mifflin County Lady Husky Volleyball JV game getting ready to start here. Your Mifflin County Huskies in the home black uniforms taking on the visitors tonight in white from Chambersburg. Again, this is JV action. It is senior night. We'll have the senior night ceremony for you between games. But first, of course, our JVs, and Chambersburg will start with the serve here in game number one of JV. JV is the best of three. And the first point goes to the Huskies. So Mifflin County off to a 1-0 lead here in game number one. Carly Fake, freshman, will serve here for Mifflin County. Fake with the good serve. Chambersburg with the little lob. Huskies are right there. And that point will go back to Chambersburg. So it's 1-1 here in the early going. Just underway in volleyball action here tonight on MCTV. Substitutions in and out for Chambersburg. Number 31, sophomore Casey Elbin checking in, and she will also serve for the Lady Trojans. Chambersburg, one of the longest drives in the mid-pen for our Husky teams and vice versa. Good serve by Eblin. Huskies get it back across, and that hit will be out. So give the point to the Huskies, and it's a 2-1 lead. So Mifflin County up 2-1. And Christie, Michaela Christie will serve here for the Huskies. Nice serve by Michaela. And it's out of play. And give the point to the Huskies. So 3-1, Mifflin County out in front here in the early going. First sports action for, first home sports action, I should say, on the varsity side here in Mifflin County for well over a week. Nice dig there by Christie. Huskies stay with it. And that shot will go into the net. Chambersburg's coach, I believe, not happy there that a double hit was not called, but officials didn't see it the way he did, so give the point to the Huskies, and Christie will continue to serve. Mifflin County now leading 4-1 here in game number 1. And another point for the Huskies, so Mifflin County on a little bit of roll here. The freshman Christie serving again. Trying to keep this good start out for our Lady Huskies. Nice low serve at the net, and they will not be able to return that as well. So Christie on a nice little run here. As your Huskies up 6-1 in game number 1 in the best of 3 of JV action. Christie again with a strong serve to the back line. Chambersburg with a nice return, but it's long and out of play, and make it 7-1 Lady Huskies. That one hits the net, but it goes over. She is on a roll, and Mifflin County's lead has now grown to 8-1 here in game number 1. So good start for Christie serving, and a good start for her Huskies. Nice dig there by Chambersburg, by Edelman, but the Huskies are there to return, and that shot is strong and out. So the roll continues. It's now 9-1 Mifflin County. So Chambersburg having a hard time returning this serve of Michaela Christie. She has her Huskies up 9-1. Christie continues to serve. And that's a nice little drop shot that time for Chambersburg by number 23, Morgan Stockslager. And give the point to Chambersburg. It's now 9-2. Substitution for the Lady Huskies as we sub in and out. And a good strong serve that time. Huskies trying to dig down and get that return, but they couldn't get there that time. And it's 9-3. Sophomore Morgan Stockslager. And that time the sophomore hits it into the net. Give the point to the Huskies. And the lead grows to 10-3 in favor of Mifflin County. Huskies now serving again. Chambersburg, nice job staying with that to keep it in play. Huskies with the set, but they can't get there for the return. Little miscommunication that time for Mifflin County. And another substitution for the Huskies as well. Sophomore Lily Miller is now checking in. Going out is freshman Macy Ream. Riley Lilly, number 16, serving here for Chambersburg. Good strong serve. Nice dig there for the Huskies. Set, and they get it back across. Chambersburg, nice job getting it there as well. Huskies try to set it up. Instead, they'll just go with a nice little drop shot across. Chambersburg with another return. Mifflin County trying to set it again. Good job there by the Lady Trojans, and they keep it alive as Stockslager gets it across. Huskies are there once again to get it back. Our best volley so far of the night in JV action. Good dig that time for the Huskies. Little lob shot over. Chambersburg working to get it back across, and this long volley continues for the 15th point in this game. Little dink shot by Chambersburg. Huskies are there, but they can't get it back across. So easily the best point of the night, but it goes to the visitors as Chambersburg cuts the Mifflin County lead in half. It's now 10-5. Riley Lilly, the sophomore, continues to serve here for Chambersburg. Huskies there. Shot gets across. Chambersburg stays with it. Huskies again working. That shot was no good as it was under the net that time. Good effort by Carly Fake to try to get it across, but it went under the net. Give the point to Chambersburg, and they've cut the lead down to 4 now. It's 10-6 in favor of the Huskies. And Mifflin County unable to run that one down. Again, a little bit of a mishit that time. And Mifflin County unable to get there. Taylor Cease was trying to run it down, but give another point to Chambersburg. And that Husky lead is now down to 3. It's 10-7. Nice recovery there by Mifflin County to stay with this point. Chambersburg placing it back. Huskies that time, the shot's a little too long. And a little kill shot that time there for Chambersburg by number 20, Samantha Pato. The freshman sent it home, and the Husky lead is down to 2. 8 serving 10. Mifflin County with a 2-point lead. Huskies trying to stay with it, but nobody home on the far side. And all of a sudden, that lead that was 7 is now down to 1 as it's 10-9. Mifflin County with a 1-point lead here in game number 1. Back to the serve. Miller serves. That one goes into the net, and that'll be a point for the Huskies. So they finally break the serve there of Riley Lilly, and it'll go back to the Huskies as they try to build on this 11-9 lead. Freshman Alyssa Cooper will serve here now for Mifflin County. And Cooper shot into the net. Give the point and the serve back to Chambersburg. More substitutions for Chambersburg as number 10, Tazira Kelly checks in. And serving now for Chambersburg is a sophomore, Caitlin Eben. Eben's serve deep to the back row, but the Huskies are there. Nice set this time, but unfortunately they can't get it over the net. And so give the point to Chambersburg. So we are tied at 11. 11 all here, game 1 of JV action. Little dink shot over for the Huskies. Chambersburg trying to bring it back. Nice, strong shot that time. And give the kill to number 20, Samantha Pato. So the freshman Pato has come up with a couple of big points here. And Chambersburg leads for the first time. It's 12-11. That shot, however, is into the net on the serve. Give the point and the ball back to the Huskies, and we're even at 12. And Coach Craig will substitute now as well for Mifflin County as Christie checks back in. Trista Turner now set to serve for Mifflin County. Turner, nice serve across. Chambersburg working to get it back. Nice dig there by Turner. Another nice dig. At that time, it won't go over the net. Good effort there from the back row. Those are some strong shots from Chambersburg. Huskies down there trying to dig it out. Sophomore Lily Miller was there, but couldn't finish the play, and it's now a 1-point lead for the visitors from Chambersburg, 13-12 as they serve. And the Huskies get it over, but it's wide and out. And now the largest lead for Chambersburg at 14-12. So 14-12 Chambersburg. Huskies get it back across. Paytow was there, however. Paytow again with a little tap. Christie gets it back across for the Huskies. Mifflin County working together here to get it back across as Christie hits it across but wide and out, and the point will go to Chambersburg. So 15-12 is our score in favor of the visitors from Chambersburg. And that'll be 3 hits as Mifflin County cannot get it back across. And it's now 16-12. So the tide has turned here quite a bit in this first game. Huskies were rolling along. And now Chambersburg has run off quite a few of their own here. Good deep serve that time for Chambersburg. And she's really showing her wear here. Number 20 is the freshman Samantha Paytow, responsible for quite a few points. And here she is serving once again for the Lady Trojans. And that's another good serve and another ace for Paytow, and it's now 18-12. So Paytow will serve again. Mifflin County needs to try to stop this run. Paytow serve, and again, Huskies can't get to it. Substitution now for Mifflin County as number 16, Macy Ream, will check in. So Ream coming in, the sophomore Miller will go out. And Paytow continues to serve for the Trojans. Christie with nice hustle to keep that play alive for the Huskies as Chambersburg now hits it back across, but long and out. So a much needed point for your Lady Huskies as the lead now stands at 19-13. Mifflin County will serve down by 6. So the Huskies on the serve. There's Paytow again for Chambersburg. 3 hits and they get it back across. Good teamwork this time for the Huskies, but a little bit of a miss hit there. As that one, they had it set nice, but just a little mistimed that time by freshman Hannah King. So give the point back to Chambersburg. They will serve, they will sub in as well. And it's 20-13 now. Trojans leading the Huskies here in game 1. Volleyball games, in case you don't watch all the time, 25 is the magic number to win. You do have to win by 2. And as I said, it is the best of 3 here in JV, best of 5 in the varsity. And that's another point for Chambersburg, and all of a sudden the Trojans are just 4 points away from taking game number 1. Serve set. Huskies get it back across. Nice save that time for Chambersburg by Little. And another kill for Chambersburg. Their front line in this JV game has been causing Mifflin County some trouble. That time it was sophomore Morgan Stocksleger who brought it across. So give the point to Chambersburg. 22-13 now, Lady Trojans leading the Huskies. Chambersburg will serve. And there's a winner for the Huskies. Much needed point. Macy Ream, the freshman, got the kill. Got the point for the Huskies, and we'll get the serve back. We need a little run here as we trail 22-14. Huskies serving. Taylor Cease, the freshman, will serve. Good strong serve by Cease. And a point for the Huskies. So Mifflin County on a little run, 2 straight points. The lead's cut to 7 at 22-15. Cease will serve again. And give that point to the Trojans as they again will pick up another kill from the front line, and that's really been the difference. Quite a size difference here We don't have heights on our roster charts, but the front line for Chambersburg in a lot of these rotations has in some cases it looks like 4 or 5 inches on the Mifflin County girls, and they're 2 points now away from winning game number 1. Huskies need to rally here. And that shot is long, so give the point to the Huskies. And Mifflin County gets the serve back. They need a run here. Christie had a big run early in the game, so let's see if she can do it again here. We do have a, well, no, it looked like they were going to sub, but we are or are not? Nope, I guess we are not. My apologies. Point goes on. Chambersburg on this return. Mifflin County gets it back across. Good dig that time, but we couldn't quite handle it. Again, difference in this game without question. The front line shots coming from Chambersburg's height really causing a problem. Sophomore Morgan Stockslinger again with that one, and now Chambersburg 1 point away from taking game number 1. And the Huskies hit it into the net, and that is going to be all for game number 1 here of the JV action tonight. 25-16 is your final score, as Chambersburg gets game number 1. We'll be back in just a minute here. You're watching live coverage of girls high school volleyball on MCTV.
When I was growing up, girls just didn't run in public.
No one on my all-boys team would pass to me.
Dad told me I couldn't be a boxer. He said I was too small.
There was a guy who tried to spit on me and then push me out of his way.
There comes a point where you have to be sure of yourself. People aren't used to women being so passionate. It scares them.
One day, I just said it doesn't matter what other people think.
I'm a fashion model who can dunk.
I'm a girl. That doesn't mean I have to wear a skirt.
Doesn't mean I can't get all fired up. They used to say, that girl is crazy.
But then I just kept winning.
I didn't set out to dominate. I just did.
Somebody's got to be the best, so why not me?
I'm 55 years old and I run close to 70 miles a week.
I never felt like quitting.
There's something telling me to do it every single day. Just want to play ball.
This message is brought to you by Mifflin County Communities That Care. And welcome back, everybody. Again, live high school girls volleyball tonight on MCTV, streaming on the MCTV Volleyball channel. You're looking at our JV team breaking the huddle with Coach Craig. They need a win here to keep this first set alive as they trail here, 1-0. Visitors from Chambersburg took the first game. 25-16 was the final score. And now Mifflin County will try to regroup and get going here in game number 2. Team still getting their rotations down here as the referees are checking the tallies. Want to thank the good folks at the Academy and Mifflin County Communities That Care who help underwrite our broadcasts, our streams for you on MCTV that enables us to bring you coverage of high school sports. And we're set to go. Game number 2 of the JVs here. Mifflin County will serve. Huskies in the black. And that will not get over the net for Mifflin County. Give the point to Chambersburg. And a 1-0 lead here. 1-0, I should say, for the Trojans. Substitutions, number 5, Tori O'Callahan checking in for Chambersburg. So 1-0. Lady Trojans with the lead as they serve here. Nice dig that time for the Huskies. Trojans with a quick hitter trying to get it back across, but Mifflin County is there, but that time we have no answer for the little dink shot that time by number 26, Kaylee Hanna, sophomore. And it's 2-0 Chambersburg. So Lady Trojans serving with a 2-0 lead. Christie goes down to get that. And the Huskies try to get it back across, but the shot that time a little too strong by Macy Ream. And so give the point to the Trojans. So Huskies trying to regroup here. Down 3-0 after losing game 1. And again, as if you weren't with us when we first signed on, there are times tonight where, because of limitations of the number of people in the gym, that the audio portion will have to leave. We will try to keep our video running for you, of course, but I do have some duties as game manager occasionally that I have to do. This is senior night. There's another point for Chambersburg as the lead now grows to 5-0. So I'm going to step aside for just a little bit for the audio portion. I'll be back in just a minute or two, but we'll keep the video streaming here for you, of course, as you continue to watch girls JV volleyball here on MCTV. And there's a point for the Huskies. So Mifflin County will get the serve now. Our score is 5-1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our audio portion of the broadcast. Again, had some duties there to take care of as game manager. Now back with you on the call. Again, we are limiting the staff here as much as possible so that we can get as many parents and things in tonight as possible to watch senior night. JV game, if you just joined us in the middle of all that, JV game is underway here. And a nice point right there for the Huskies. As number 30, Hannah King, gets it across. So the Huskies get the point and the serve. They are trailing here 18-9 in game number 2. They lost game 1 of the JV, so they'll need to rally here to try to keep this alive. A win in this game by Chambersburg would end tonight's JV contest. There's another point for the Trojans. Nicely placed shot that time by the freshman Samantha Pato. And the lead is 19-9. But again, immediately following the JV game, it is senior night here. And again, we'll have that ceremony for you. Chambersburg here serving up 10. And that serve is into the net. Give the point to Mifflin County. And the lead is cut to 9 at 19-10. Huskies will serve. Taylor Cease, the freshman, will serve here for Mifflin County. Needs to see if she can get her Huskies on a run here. Nice serve into the back row. Chambersburg, however, does a nice job to get it back across. Cease is there to start the return effort for Mifflin County. Good little volley here, but a nicely placed little dunk shot that time that scores for number 6, Natalie Wright, the freshman. And it's now 20-10, so Trojans just 5 points away from ending the JV match here tonight. Streaming boys soccer on our boys soccer channel, girls volleyball on the volleyball channel, and of course on MCTV tonight, streamed and on the TV channel, we'll have the Mifflin County School Board meeting. There's another nice serve and a point for Chambersburg. Ashley Gano. Gano, just a sophomore, serving here. Her team now up 21-10 in game number 2 of the JV. And they're going to call into the net, I believe is the call. The coach for Chambersburg not really happy with that call, but the call was into the net. So they're going to have a little discussion here, but usually this guy wearing the striped shirt wins these, so it will be a point for the Huskies. And the lead stands at 10 at 21-11. Best part of the JV game so far was a run very early in the contest when Christie here ran off about 6 or 7 in a row for the Huskies. See if she can make another run here. Nice serve, but Chambersburg there. They get it back across. Christie starts the return here from Mifflin County. Good volley here going on, probably the second best volley of the night in this JV contest. Good hustle, but Mifflin County unable to keep it going there. And the point will go to Chambersburg, so it's 22-11. Favor of the Trojans. Again, it's going to be senior night here in between games. 5 Mifflin County seniors are being honored here tonight. And Trojans serving here, 3 points away from wrapping up the JV match. Nice dig there by Christie. But the return is into the net. And another point for Chambersburg. Elbin serving here. And that serve is in. Huskies thought it was going to go out, but the line judge on the near side ruled it in, and so this will be match point. Here are the JVs for the Trojans. So Eblin will try to serve this out. See if the Huskies can keep it alive. And unfortunately, it doesn't happen. So that is a pretty quick JV matchup tonight. Chambersburg a little bit too big in the front line, a little bit too strong, and they take it 2-0 here over your Lady Huskies. So in between games here, it's going to be senior night. We're going to pause here for just a few minutes, and we'll be back with the senior night introductions. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are between games here of the volleyball match between your Lady Huskies and the Lady Trojans from Chambersburg. JV game went to Chambersburg. Very shortly here, we are going to get underway with our senior night ceremony. So the next time you'll hear my voice on the stream, I'm also the PA announcer here tonight. So again, we'll be back with you here shortly to start senior night. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to senior night for the class of 2021 here in Mifflin County High School girls volleyball. Tonight, our volleyball boosters are proud to honor 5 young ladies who have committed themselves to the sport of volleyball. Before we introduce our girls, however, the boosters would also like to recognize the seniors for our visiting team tonight from Chambersburg. Ladies, when your names are called, would you please step forward and be recognized? 8 seniors for the Trojans. Number 28, Rachel Myers. Number 24, Hannah Mills. Number 3, Willa Moats. Number 2, Courtney Prue. Number 18, Josie Reineman. Number 4, Robin Stepler. Number 12, Sadie Stockslager. And number 29, Marley Wrights. Again, let's have a nice round of applause for the seniors from Chambersburg, and we wish them well. And now for our seniors for the graduating class of 2021 here at Mifflin County High School. Girls, when your names are called, please come forward. We have some information here about all the girls that they've written or their parents have written about them that we would like to read as well. Please welcome to the floor our first senior, Hannah Runkle. Hannah is the daughter of Ed and Erica Runkle. She's played volleyball for 5 years. She's a middle hitter. After she graduates high school, she would like to become a cosmetologist, a nail technician, and own her own beauty salon. Some of her favorite volleyball memories include last year when all the teams and coaches came together with a sunshine jar with positive thoughts for each day and rallied behind her during her health scare. She will never forget the prayers and support from everyone and wants to thank you all for keeping her in your prayers. The message to her team and coach as she leaves: thank you, coaches, for always being there to help me become a better player and continuously support and understand, especially last year with my health scare. I also want to thank my teammates for always being there, keeping my spirits up when I'm down, and to my fellow seniors, good luck in your upcoming endeavors. I am going to miss you all, and I love you guys. This message from her parents to Hannah: we couldn't be more proud of the beautiful, talented, caring, and hardworking young lady you have become. We are very blessed to have you as a daughter. As you get ready to go out and embrace this crazy world, we will be right here with you every step of the way to support you. We hope all the best as you look into your career path and decide what to take, and we love you very much, our Hannah Banana. Let's go Huskies. Love, Mom and Dad. Hannah Runkle, everybody. Our next senior, please welcome to the gym, Aubrey Hughes. Aubrey is the daughter of Jessica and Sam Hughes. She's played volleyball for 4 years. Her future endeavors include going to Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology. Her favorite volleyball memory is going to Penn State volleyball games and eating out. Her message to the coach and teams remembers to always live life to the fullest and never give up. Aubrey's parents also have this message for her. Aubrey, we are so very proud of you and the young woman you have become. You always are a team player and trying to work your hardest to reach your goals. Never stop reaching for your dreams. You have a beautiful smile and a kind heart. We love you from Mom, John, Bryson, Lil Aubrey, Dad, Kayla, and Ellie. Ladies and gentlemen, Aubrey Hughes. Next, please welcome to the floor, senior Gabby Wolfkill. Gabby is the daughter of Amy and Jean Wolfkill. She's been playing volleyball for the past 5 years. She's an outside hitter for the Huskies. Her future endeavors are to attend college and become a physician's assistant. Her favorite volleyball memory was in 8th grade when Audrey was eating a donut from Dunkin' Donuts before a game, and Coach Brown stared her down from across the gym. Her message to the players on her team and her coaches: thank you, Coach Brown, for teaching me this sport and making it something that I love. You've been a great motivator and mentor that I will miss greatly. Thank you to my team for your endless laughs and for being my best friends. How lucky I am to have had something in my life that makes saying goodbye so hard. That's a quote from Winnie the Pooh. This message from her parents to Gabby. Gabby, it's been a pleasure watching you grow from a cute little girl to a beautiful, intelligent young lady. Good luck as you continue your education to become a physician's assistant. The world is yours. Make it whatever you want. Love, Mom and Dad. And my favorite part from Dad, thanks for being the only one in the house who laughs at my jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabby Wolfkill. Our next senior, please welcome to the floor, Miss Caitlin Kick. Caitlin is the daughter of Tom and Renee Kick. She's played 5 years, and she is the libero for our Husky team. Her future endeavors, she plans to go to college and major in psychology. Her favorite volleyball memory, well, that was at a tournament where Audrey bought pizza, a walking taco, and a root beer before the game. Coach Brown then went on a rant about eating healthy food. Of course, Audrey, being Audrey, just continued to eat her 4-course meal. This message to the coach and team from Caitlin: I'd like to thank my teammates for always being the ones to push me to do better. Through the ups and downs, we pushed each other to be where we are today. And to Coach Brown, I know it wasn't always easy, but without you and your tough love and support, I wouldn't be the player I am today, or most importantly, the person I am today. Thank you. This message to Caitlin from her parents. Caitlin, we're very proud of the beautiful, caring, smart young lady you have become. Tonight is your night to shine, so enjoy it. Savor the moment. Soon it will be graduation, and you will be starting a new chapter in your life, going off to college, meeting new people. It may be a little scary for you, but remember, we will always be here for you in the good times and bad. We love you very much. Be brave and have courage. Much love, Mom and Dad. Caitlin Kick, everybody. And our final senior, please welcome to the gym, Miss Gianna Hoppel. Gianna is the daughter of Raymond and Yvonne Hoppel. She's been playing volleyball for 5 years. She is a setter and right side hitter for the Lady Huskies. Her future endeavors include going to college to study exercise science and hopes to become a physical therapist for a sports team. She'd also like to, at some point, open up a thrift store and have her own coffee shop. Her favorite volleyball memory, every single one of Audrey's wipeouts. This message to her teammates and to Coach Brown. Coach Brown, thank you for always pushing me to be one of the better people and person that I have become. Thanks for teaching all of us the importance of hard work, but also making sure that we still had fun at the same time. To my team, never take your time for granted. It goes by quickly. Always work hard and push yourself to be the best. Thank you for making these some of the best years of my life so far. I love you guys. And to my forever best friend, Pepper partner, and the one who pushed me to play this sport, I love you, Kate. Here's to more memories with you as we grow into our adult lives. And finally, this message from Gianna's parents. There's nothing we can say to you here that you haven't heard us say already. The sense of pride we have watching you do anything that makes us so proud. Gianna Hoppel. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 more reasons we are very proud to be Mifflin County Huskies. Let's hear it for our class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we do ask, as the ceremony concludes here, if you're a JV parent due to COVID regulations, we will need you to leave the gym. If you do want any pictures, obviously, you can get some photos, and then we will get started with warm-ups for the varsity game. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, senior night ceremony is over, as you heard, and now it is the warm-up period. Again, it's going to be about 20 minutes or so on the clock between games. Chambersburg out there warming up now. We'll be staying with you. Again, I have a few things I have to take care of between games here, but we will have the varsity game in its entirety. And we again salute the 5 seniors who were recognized here tonight. Some of them still on the court with mom and dad getting some final pictures. And senior night, always an emotional night for the kids, no exception here this evening. So again, warm-ups are going to continue. We'll let our cameras roll. You're watching the live stream on MCTV. We are also going to break here in a few minutes for a message from the Mifflin County School District, but for now, we'll just continue the stream. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching live coverage of girls high school volleyball on MCTV. We are in the warm-up period before tonight's varsity match. We'll be back in a little while with more of the warm-ups. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more of the warm-ups, but for now, here is a message from the Mifflin County School District.
Some of those traditional things that we hold in our hearts is things that we learn and were important to us later on in life. You know, the elimination of recess, for example. You know, students are still getting a half an hour of recess here in Mifflin County. We're still teaching handwriting. We're still teaching penmanship. And those are still important life aspects. We're still doing those things. And we're doing more.
I'm responsible for meeting the social and emotional needs of all of our K-5 students at that building.
We differentiate in Mifflin County for sure. We try to meet the children's needs at where they are.
So we know that in order for students to be successful academically, they need to feel supported and heard.
When they start to learn and just seeing the light bulb turn on, you can see it in their faces. They get big, huge smiles on their faces because they're so excited that they're learning. It's just an awesome thing. I love that.
You know, having that light bulb moment come on for them when they're sitting across from someone who's sharing, like, this is something that I've gone through, that's one of the best parts of social emotional instruction.
It's comforting to know as a parent that all of those needs can be met, and they're going to be met proactively right here in Mifflin County.
So something that we have definitely rolling is our PBIS programming. That stands for Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports.
We've been doing it for quite a while now, and it has worked, I feel, very successfully because those kids are getting more attention when they need it.
We have 4 expectations for all students, and those are being respectful, responsible, ready, and safe. Anytime that we catch them being one of those 4 things, they're acknowledged with a Paul ticket, and then they can use those rewards to obtain something that's an incentive to them.
You know, those things that in life we go through as adults are also things that children go through. We've got things in place for each child. You know, our job is to set up that system. You know, how are we going to meet those needs?
Since I've been teaching kindergarten, the classroom has changed tremendously when it comes to technology, especially. We have smart boards. We have one in every classroom in Mifflin County, so that's an awesome thing.
You see districts across the Commonwealth eliminating you know, music and art And here the Mifflin County School District is doubling down on those efforts. I feel like we are on the upswing of really positive change. We're going in a positive direction for our students at the elementary level. What you're going to see is safety has been invested heavily. You're talking secure entries into each school. Before you even get past the main office, we're scanning again to make sure that you're somebody that can be around our students.
Combine that with the incredible academic experience, they're going to feel empowered to be productive members of the community and of our society.
They know how important it is to try and have as small of class size as you can and to really, give the kids their best foot forward coming into school.
The most important thing in everybody's life is their child, and trusting your child to a team of folks every day when they're getting on that school bus to ensure that their safety is the most important thing.
Our students come in with a lot of different needs and a lot of different skill deficits. We feel ready to kind of tackle that and meet their needs no matter what they come in with.
After 25 years, I absolutely love kindergarten. It's the best grade ever, in my opinion.
Seeing the excitement for learning and seeing each student come off of that school bus every day is the favorite part of my day. Greeting every student, asking them how they're doing, seeing what's been going on in their world. There's something special about that not everybody gets to experience. I often say you can't have a bad day if you've walked into a kindergarten classroom and seen, 20 students with their hands on their hearts saying the Pledge of Allegiance with their squeaky voices going. That's a great day.
The Mifflin County School District, your school system of choice.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back again live to the Mifflin County High School Gym. Roger Herto here for MCTV as we are between games. You can see the clock running. 16 minutes left in warm-up. The Chambersburg visiting Lady Trojans from Chambersburg. We'll let you take a quick look down on the court there real quick as they are warming up. Getting ready for tonight's game. Head coach Ty Freeland out there is helping take the girls through their warm-ups as they are getting set to play Our Lady Huskies. If you're just joining us, things running a little bit later because Chambersburg was late getting here, and then we just finished senior night. So a little bit later start time than normal. But again, we are about 15 minutes or so away from the start of tonight's action here on MCTV. Happy to have a guest with us here to sit in for part of this game, as long as he doesn't get called into duty, and let's hope that he doesn't.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Zach Cavo is here, one of our trainers, the head trainer here at Mifflin County High School. Zach, I think it might be interesting for people to hear a perspective from a trainer about all this stuff that's been going on. Of course, our athletes had to go through not only the late start, which you had to help get them ready for.
Right.
And then you go through the late start, and then things just start getting underway, and we get shut down again. And then you also had a team in field hockey that still has yet to play, the varsity team at least. I think is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow they have their first game.
So they're going to have their first game tomorrow. So just a crazy way to get going, and then having to have extra practice to get ready to start again. As a trainer, what's it been like?
It's been a challenge. I think for the most part, from what I've seen, our teams and visiting teams that we've played have been pretty good about following protocols, keeping their social distance, wearing their masks. We're preaching it to the kids every day at practice. Coaches are reminding them, and you hate to say that, I think that having these teams get shut, field hockey get shut down, and having the whole school closed last week really, makes it hit home a little bit.
Yeah.
That, this is really affecting us. And
yeah, and I think what people sometimes forget is the emotional side of this for these kids. Sometimes you forget what it's like to be, for example, we honored 5 kids here a minute ago in their senior year. I have a couple of the field hockey players, for example, in media class, and they were talking about how quickly everything was taken away and shut down,
right?
And then just holding their breath that they can just get a couple games in. I think the kids I think you're right. We have to commend our kids here at Mifflin County for not only following protocol, but I think they've been really diligent, and I think they are realistic about realizing that, okay, at any moment, this can end again.
Right.
No matter how good we are at things, right?
Yeah.
So what special things have you had to do? Has there been extra precautions? I mean, obviously, I know you talk to the kids about everything they're doing, but what about in the training room? I mean, what's that like? Obviously, you've got kids coming in and out needing work all the time.
Right.
Hopefully not as much as you did during girls basketball season last year. But, I mean, how difficult is that? Is there like a waiting line to get into the training room, or how do things work?
We haven't run into that yet. We are limiting. I think we figured we can safely fit 7 or 8 kids in there at one time. And it obviously depends on what they're doing. If it's 7 or 8 kids that need taped at a certain time, then yeah, they're going to have to wait. But we've been able to handle it pretty well so far. Keeping kids spread out. We have 5 tables in the training room. We're going every other to space kids out. It's kind of counterintuitive to part of our job with the injury prevention, but we're not doing some of the prophylactic preventative taping that we might do in a normal year. Football players or basketball players or even volleyball kids that might just want their ankles taped just as a prevention measure. We're not doing that kind of stuff just to keep numbers down. We've suggested bracing in that kind of that instance.
So what about, I'm curious, you've got fall here, and people don't understand this about the life of a trainer. I do, because I see you running back and forth all the time, but people not think about what your night's like. Like tonight, I was looking for you earlier, and I went in the training room and I said, "Is Zach around?" And she said, "No, he's packing up for football tomorrow night."
Yes.
I mean, they don't realize what all a trainer may have to do. I actually had somebody say to me a couple years back, when we were in school, we didn't need a trainer. But they don't realize how different it really is today with the liability that's involved and how far athletics has become. It's no longer just a kid picking up a ball and going out and playing a sport. There's a lot of conditioning, a lot of training, a lot of work that goes into getting them ready all the time. And you have a lot of behind-the-scenes things to do and get ready. So take us through. I'm just curious, like a high school football game. You're getting stuff packed tonight. You're going to get in a van, I assume, and you're going to make the trip with the team. I mean, what's a Friday night like for you?
So this afternoon, typically on a Thursday, for an away game, I'll pack my kit, restock from the week before with tape, mostly tape, but if I have to use any slings or splints or anything like that, restock those so we're ready for Friday night. I'll use tomorrow as an example. We're going down to Hershey to play Hershey High School, so I think we're leaving about 3:15, 3:30 tomorrow. So we'll get in the van.
Now I want to know, I guess not off the record or the record here now, does the football team feed you as well as the girls basketball team feeds you?
Definitely not this year. We are very fortunate with the girls. We love the girls basketball team in that regard.
Yeah, sure you do.
We are very appreciative of that. That is one thing.
So food is something. So are they having pregame meals, or how's that working?
They've been doing it Thursdays after practice.
Oh wow!
So yeah, with the whole gathering limits and all that.
Wow, that's interesting.
Had a pregame meal Friday before they leave for the game, so kids are kind of on their own, which in itself presents another challenge too.
Sure. So what do kids do as far as eating goes? I mean, they just all go do it on their own, or what happens?
Yeah, they're just on their own. And that's something too. Last week we played Governor Mifflin, which is a 2 hour and 15-minute ride, and they really should be eating about 3 hours before your competition. So that was another challenge, at least trying to get kids to eat at the right time, so they're not. Don't have full stomachs going into the game, but then also aren't getting hungry during the game. But as far as, typical Friday, once we get to the game, we'll get our taping table set up. Kids will start changing. They'll start coming to get taped. Usually, 15, 20 minutes or so, we can get everybody taped. And like I said, this year, we're definitely not taping as many kids, just trying to limit numbers and, you know,
And
the,
so-
the close contacts, that kind of thing.
So typically on a Friday night, what time are you going to be getting home?
For an away game, I'll just say Governor Mifflin, we got back here probably around 11:45
Okay.
at night, you know, and then I live over in State College, so another
you gotta head over the
35 minutes onto my time, so.
And you know, I'll say this, and I even noticed with some of the seniors we were commenting on. By the way, that is your Lady Huskies, of course, out there now getting ready as they go through their warm-ups. We are about 8 minutes away from the starting lineups and getting started with tonight's varsity action here on MCTV. But as we get ready for this game, let's just focus on this game now. Let's get ready for this one. And we do understand you come in not just as a trainer, but with some volleyball background.
I did.
Is that correct?
It is.
You kept this a secret from me. I did not know this. So what is the background?
I started playing volleyball back in 7th grade. My school I went to back in Pittsburgh had a junior high boys program.
Wow.
So I started.
It's something we don't see here, boys volleyball in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's big in the rest of the Mid-Penn, but it hasn't made its way here yet, which is kind of unfortunate because there have definitely been kids in our school that have expressed an interest in playing volleyball. So
I'm curious, is that a winter sport or?
It's a spring sport.
It's a spring
boys.
sport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the boys play in the spring.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I played 7th and 8th grade, and then when I moved up to high school, played for 4 years, you know, JV and varsity. My height limited me a little bit. For those that don't know, I'm only about 5'6" and can't jump very well. So, but you know, I loved it. I had a great time playing, great experiences. We had some pretty good teams, so it was fun to be a part of all those.
And I know you guys switch duties up on and off, and every so often you get to be at a different game. But you've seen the girls volleyball team here. Right now on your screen, folks, we're zooming in to give you a look there at head coach Christina Mayo as she gets her team ready to play here. But our volleyball team, like a lot of our teams, Zach, and tonight's match is an example. Playing some really good competition here in Chambersburg.
Definitely. Yeah, Mid-Penn Commonwealth is no joke. There's some very good volleyball teams in that division. And even, you know, I'll talk a little bit about this senior class that, you know, they've really improved this program. It might not show directly with the record and results, but if you watch them, they are definitely, you know, they work hard. Seeing them in practice every day, you know, they're out here working, and just the overall mindset and attitude is way better thanks to the senior class.
All righty. Again, he'll be sitting in with us as long as he can tonight, as long as he doesn't get called into duty tonight, which we hope he doesn't. Our head trainer here, Zach Cavo. We are about 5 minutes or so away from the starting lineups here tonight. We're going to pause for this message from the Mifflin County School District, and we will be back with the start of tonight's game. You are listening to live coverage on MCTV of girls high school volleyball.
The AP offerings of Mifflin County School District, predominantly at Mifflin County High School, have expanded quite a bit. That's because of the addition of Alpha. The Alpha program is our version of an online offering. The Alpha program has more than tripled in its numbers over the years. The great thing for us is it creates a level of flexibility that we have never had before.
STEM is basically science, technology, engineering, and math combined into one. Students are focusing not just on one discipline, not just on one subject, but they're focusing on putting all of those ideas together into solving real-world problems. All of our schools are equipped now with maker spaces. Kids have a plethora of ideas, a plethora of tangible objects that they can use to create.
Makerspace, which is the quote work environment, if you will, for our STEM initiative. It's kind of STEM central.
The students are in charge of the projects themselves and how they're going to develop them.
Good morning, Huskies. We hope you enjoyed your 4-day weekend.
I know I did. I could barely wake up this morning.
In addition to our Makerspace labs, we have many other things that are going on. Here at the high school, we have our MCTV, which they are in charge of the live announcements that are done in the morning. Our robotics program is amazing. We are doing robotics projects in elementaries all the way up through the high school level. Our high school level actually has some competition involved into their robotics program, and they're doing underwater challenges. They are working with our YMCA, and they are using robots to compete with other schools.
We have jazz bands, we have brass ensembles, we have wood ensembles, we have a marching band, we have a concert band. Those kids have competed in band competitions all across the state. The concept is that music is something that you can do and enjoy for a lifetime.
You know, there really are a lot of opportunities available to students in Mifflin County right here at the Academy. We have 11 different programs that we offer, everything from electrical installation to precision machining to our new mechatronics program, which deals with electromechanical technology. We've got our medical science program, our culinary arts, our agriculture, the list goes on and on and on. And our testing scores are at an all-time high right now, 17th out of 101 technical schools in the state of Pennsylvania.
So as you can clearly see, teachers, faculty, and staff are working very hard to make
the Mifflin County School District
your school district of choice. You don't need to go somewhere else. We can meet all of your needs here.
And welcome back again, everybody. We are live on MCTV. You're watching the MCTV YouTube channel stream of girls high school volleyball. Happy to have you with us here tonight. We had boys soccer on the boys soccer channel earlier today. And of course, on a regular MCTV stream and on MCTV tonight. In fact, that is scheduled to start in 1 minute. Hopefully my students are over there bringing you live coverage of tonight's school board meeting. Again, MCTV is a government ed channel. We are on the air to try to keep everything out there that's happening in Mifflin County on MCTV, whether it's our local government or, in this case, high school sports here tonight. So happy to have you here with us. We're just about a minute away from the introductions of the starting lineups. Again, I will step aside to do that. Again, we try to keep numbers down here, so to do that, I'm pulling double duty here tonight as a PA announcer and also doing the stream to send it out to folks. We're happy to have so many of you with us here again tonight, checking out tonight's telecast, and happy to have you supporting girls high school volleyball here for Mifflin County. Mentioned the Huskies coached by head coach Christina Mayo. Coach Mayo assisted by assistant coach Danny Atkinson, who is now Danny Craig, as she got married over the weekend in the middle of the team break. I kind of hassled her about that a little bit there, Zach. Team went on a week break, and the assistant coach goes ahead and is now Coach Craig. So we want to congratulate Colton Craig, who also helps out here at Mifflin County in the athletic program, along with his now new bride, Danny Craig. So we're just set now here to introduce tonight's starting lineups. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mifflin County High School Gym, the home of Lady Husky Volleyball, where today we welcome the visiting Trojans from Chambersburg Area High School. This is a reminder that the Mifflin County High School, like all properties of the Mifflin County School District, is a tobacco-free zone. No smoking or tobacco products of any kind are permitted. Sportsmanship is an expectation here at MC. Fans are expected to do three things: let the players play, let the coaches coach, and let your PIAA officials call tonight's game. Before we introduce tonight's starting lineups, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups for tonight's Mid-Penn matchup. First, for our visitors from Chambersburg, led by head coach Ty Freeland. A senior, she wears number 2, Courtney Prue. A senior, number 3, Willa Moats. Wearing number 4, a senior, Robin Stepler. Another senior, number 12, Sadie Stocksleger. Wearing number 17, a sophomore, Kate Eder. Senior, number 28, Rachel Myers. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Trojans, senior, number 29, Marley Reitz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Lady Huskies. She is a senior, wearing number 12, Gianna Hoppel. Senior, number 1, Caitlin Kick. Senior, number 17, Gabby Wolfkill. Senior, number 14, Aubrey Hughes. A senior, number 23, Hannah Runkle. Junior, number 15, Audrey Jordan. And junior, number 3, Cassia Smith. The Lady Huskies are coached by Christina Mayo, assisted by Danielle Craig. Your officials for tonight's contest are Randall Rupert and Regina Sellers. Thank you and enjoy tonight's game. Okay, we are back off the PA system now and ready to go with live coverage of high school volleyball here on MCTV. Again, my name's Roger Hurto. Happy to have you with us. I am the media teacher here at Mifflin County High School. All of my students are busy right now bringing live coverage of the school board meeting tonight. So that's also being streamed right now and is on MCTV as well, cable television. And our volleyball match tonight here again being streamed, and happy to be joined by Zach Cavo, who's been nice enough to step in with us for some color work here. So volleyball set to get underway. Lady Huskies in the home black. And Hoppel will get things started with the serve for Mifflin County. And that kill shot is a little bit wide, but boy, we see some height over there, Zach.
Yeah.
In that front line, that time a strong shot by Marley Reitz, but it was wide. And the Lady Huskies will take a 1-0 lead here in game number 1. Just underway with the varsity match. Hoppel with a strong running serve and unable to return it that time is Robin Stepler. So Hoppel has the Huskies off to a quick 2-0 lead here in game number 1. Volleyball, a game of momentum a lot, I've noticed. I haven't watched it as much as I have here the last couple of weeks, and boy, you see a lot of runs in this sport.
Yeah, especially
oh, and a nice effort that time, but unable to get there is Hoppel. So a little drop shot will score and give the point to Chambersburg. It's 2-1. Chambersburg trailing, and they will serve. Senior Willa Moats will do the honors. Moats with a nice serve, dug out there nicely by Hughes. Smith gets it back across. Good sliding save by the Trojans. Kick is there. Smith sets it, and Hughes will get it across to keep it alive for Mifflin County. And that's going to be a winner for the Trojans. Nice teamwork, good passing.
Yep, that was a nice quick set by the setter there to get that one ball to the middle.
So we're even, 2-2 here. Just underway, girls high school volleyball. And that time the Huskies unable to get that serve, so give the quick point there to Willa Moats. She'll continue to serve, and Chambersburg has their first lead of the night. It's 3-2 here in game number 1. And good hustle by Kick to keep that alive, and Smith will be able to get it across. So good save there by the Huskies, but unable again to handle that kill shot at the net. and give the point again to Chambersburg. Boy, they're doing a nice job getting that ball to the front line, Zach.
They are.
Really nice, good high set, pretty good timing, and they have a 4-2 lead here early. Moats will serve. Good hustle by Hopple to keep that alive, but that'll be 4 hits. And the ball will stay with Chambersburg. You know, I think an interesting comment that you made, I know it's early in this game and who knows what's going to happen, but you were talking about the fact that as trainer, you sit and watch these games and you've seen the progress that our kids are making. Volleyball is one of those sports, like you said, where, you know, sometimes it's hard, and there's another point for Chambersburg, to always see that progress because of the front line of some of these other teams you're seeing here.
Yeah. You know, Chambersburg definitely has the height advantage on us.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that also doesn't mean that, you know, we don't have some girls that can jump and can get up there. And I think volleyball, too, can be deceiving from a score standpoint, too. You know,
There's a winner for the Huskies. As that time, Gabby Wolfkill gets one in there, so give the point to Mifflin County, and Wolfkill will now serve. She's one of the 5 seniors who were honored here tonight. Huskies trailing 6-3 here in the early going, and there's a nice strong serve.
good tough foot serve there by Gabby.
Real good one by Gabby as she gets the point. You know, we don't often get a chance to talk about the student athletes that these kids are. Gabby happens to also be one of my media students. And so not only did Gabby put a full day of school in today, she also left this morning and went to the county commissioner meeting and filmed a county commissioner meeting for us on MCTV and then came back. So these are just really great kids. I mean, I know I say that a lot and I am biased, I'll admit that, but these are really some good kids we have here. Wolfkill is a good example. 7-4, Chambersburg with the lead, serving. Smith tries to hammer it home, but boy, a solid block that time by Marley Wrights. As Wrights, number 29, went up and met that shot. Smith looked like she had a good rap at it.
She
but
did. It was a good set by Gianna.
Yeah.
Sometimes the block beats you.
And it certainly did that time. That was impressive. So Rachel Myers, gets the serve back for Chambersburg. They have an 8-4 lead. Hughes is there. Hopple with the set. Kick will send it over from the back line. There's a set and a little dink shot. Smith is there, but the Huskies unable to communicate and get that one back. Runkle tried to keep it alive, but was unable. And the lead grows to 5. It's 9-4. Chambersburg leading here in game 1, the best of 5, varsity girls volleyball. And that time the set came and Hopple trying to read it, I think misread it. And unfortunately the ball came down on our side of the net. I think she thought it was going over. So it's now 10-4 in favor of the Trojans. So Chambersburg continuing to serve, but that serve is wide. I'm an old school guy. I'll be the first to admit this, but you know, when I played volleyball, you had to get the serve to score. This has really changed the game.
Oh, it has.
I mean, it's been a long time now, right? I mean, how long has it been?
It's as long as I can remember.
Oh, thanks for making me feel worse. Maybe I'm the only person that remembers that. But when you used to have to earn your serve, games could take a long time.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I think it's been about 15 years for college.
Okay.
That college switched, at least on the men's side. And I think high school switched a little bit before that.
But it's really changed the game. I think it's picked the pace up.
It has.
Makes the games more entertaining, I think. So a serve here now for the Huskies as Kick is serving. And they call into the net against Chambersburg. So give the point to Mifflin County. Lead's now cut to 3 at 10-7. We had that first game on the air a couple Saturdays ago against Upper Dauphin, and Kick had some really good sessions there.
Yeah.
Really a nice serve here for Kick, too.
And you were saying, as she puts one in
As I jinx her. Sorry about that, Caitlin.
But you were saying volleyball, it's a game of rallies and a game of streaks. You know, you get someone going on a streak of good serves. We saw it in the
And number 3, Willa Moats, is going to need some hazard pay as she was hit in the back on that serve. And I'm only laughing, folks, because she is laughing. I'll let you see. She's fine out there.
Yeah.
But she really took a shot right to the back on the serve.
That's
So,
a danger being in the front row.
ooh, I'm sure there'll be talk about that on the bus ride back to Chambersburg tonight. Smith now serving for the Huskies as we trail 11-8. And that shot is rolled.
Looked like it was out to me.
And the officials confer. And they're going to call that in. And I don't think Chambersburg's coach is really happy about it. And that's one thing we should mention here as Smith serves. Mifflin County now down just 2 at 11-9. Good effort there for Chambersburg and a nice kill. Boy, that was great hustle by Robin Stepler, number 4, to set that up, and then they got the kill out of it as well. But what I was starting to say there is there are no kids now. You know, it used to be in volleyball before COVID. You had students, athletes, I should say, at the end lines making those hard calls.
Yeah,
they've taken them away now.
Yeah, there's no line judges. So typically, you know, for a JV game, the varsity kids would be the line judge, and then for varsity, the JV kids would do it. So it puts a little extra strain on the officials, I think, this year.
Yeah, and you could see it if nothing else too. And that shot is out. Give the point to the Huskies. You get into habits, you know, and you're just not used to, I think, sometimes as an official looking for that. That one up here clearly looked like we got a break on that call, and we will take it. Substitution here now for the Huskies, as checking into the lineup for Mifflin County is the freshman, and she will serve Dakota Hirschberger. So Hirschberger cranks it up, coming right off the bench with a nice serve. Kick, digs it out nicely for the Huskies. Smith sets up Jordan. Jordan will get the point. So Audrey Jordan sticks with it. Audrey was the brunt of a lot of jokes I noticed from her teammates during senior night here tonight. So
I missed that. I was back in the training.
I noticed there were a lot of stories about Audrey. So that time the point will stay with the Huskies. So Hirschberger will continue to serve. And we are tied at 12. So Huskies battling back here in game number 1. Hirschberger with a serve deep to the back line. And that time the block by Jordan, but she couldn't quite control it. It goes out of bounds. And a point to Chambersburg. So again, quick look at the score, 13-12 in favor of the visitors. Trojans serving. Huskies working to get it back. There's Jordan, and give her a killer right there. So another kill for Audrey Jordan, the junior. Not only does she get the point, but she will get the serve here as well. Right now, there's a good look at Audrey. Tied at 13 here, game 1, girls volleyball. Nice dig and a nice return, and Huskies not quite able to get that back. They gave it a good run. Hirschberger and Jordan both tried to chase it down, but give the point to the Trojans. They get the lead back at 14-13. Substitution as they bring in one of their big front liners again. Marley Wrights, who has had a couple nice plays, is back in that front line now for Chambersburg. Lady Trojans serve. Kick is there to dig it out. Smith with a set. Hopple, too tall that time on the return. It goes out. And the point goes to Chambersburg. They continue to lead here, 15-13. What I was saying earlier when I mentioned that about the point system now, Zach, it just keeps the game moving. You know, there were times in the old days where you have two good teams battling each other. You could have a score of 5-4, and it could stay that way for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now the games go much quicker, and I think it also helps them to be a little more entertaining too, because teams that aren't quite as good at least get points when they get the ball. You know
that, and you know it really challenges you as a server. You can't just go out and try to jump serve a ball as hard as you can, because there is a consequence to missing your serve now.
Good point. And there's a nice block that time by number 3, Willa Moats. Give the point to Chambersburg. Their lead is 16-14, and they have a serve here in game 1. It's a good point about the serve. Didn't think about that, but you're right. In the old days, you could go for that winner, and if it didn't go in, you didn't lose a point. Now every point is up for grabs. So
every point matters, every serve matters. So
that return that time by Robin Stepler is a little bit wide. Huskies score. And the lead is 1 as they serve. Trailing by 1, 15-16. Wolfkill gets the serve over. Little dink shot there, and they're going to... Well, no, wait a second. Do we have an inadvertent whistle here?
that's what it looks like.
I think they have called an inadvertent whistle. Great hustle that time for the Trojans, and I think the official blew the whistle out of concern for the athlete who was running into her.
Towards that referee stand.
Yeah. So I guess that's just going to be, as we call it in golf, the mulligan.
Yep,
right?
just a replay.
We got a reserve here, and that serve, unfortunately, is out. So give the point back to Chambersburg. So Trojans leading 17-15. They are serving here in game number 1. Lady Huskies looking to try to get their first win of the season here tonight. They've only had a few games. Had a heartbreaker our first game here on MCTV when they lost to Upper Dauphin, and that is a double hit, Zach, I believe?
No, Gianna was in the net there.
In the net.
Set, yeah.
Okay. So give the point to the Trojans. The lead is back to 3 at 18-15. Serve dug out there by Hirschberger. Hoppel sets it. Good communication there as Smith will send it back across. And now the Trojans set one up. Good hard shot there, but Hoppel is there to dig it out. There is Wolfkill, and now we have into the net against the Huskies. Boy, it was a nice dig back there for the Huskies, but unfortunately into the net, and the lead now grows to 4 at 19-15. So Myers will serve, and Myers gets a break there as that one hit the net, rolled over.
It was a great hustle play by Dakota to try to get a hand on that and get that ball up.
It was, and as a coach, you love seeing a freshman out there diving on the floor. Unfortunately, we don't get the point, and now all of a sudden the lead's at 5. It's 20-15 in favor of Chambersburg. Huskies need to try to squelch this rally here. Smith goes up, and she'll score. Good setup that time, and a nice shot by Cassia. And the lead is 4 at 20-16. Audrey Jordan will check back in as Runkle will have a seat. And one of our best servers now is up at a good point here. Caitlin Kick.
Let's see if she can go on a little run here.
Kick with a nice serve, but a good dig back there by Moats. And Chambersburg will get it back across. Wolfkill had to try to dive and get that, but we couldn't get the return underway, so give the point to Chambersburg. And, you know, some of those points, just like you mentioned there, some of the points are hidden in a game. When you have one of your top servers out there and you lose a point, it's different. I mean, you know, you're hoping to get a run out of that kid.
Right.
And unfortunately, nice return that time by Chambersburg. There's a nice winner. Jordan, I believe. Audrey
Nice
Jordan. So the junior hammers one home for the Huskies. And Mifflin County cuts that lead back to 4. It's 21-17. So Cassia Smith serving here for the Huskies, the junior. Good serve, nice dig over there by Prue. And a little drop shot, and that's going to be a winner. Nice touch that time.
It's a nice roll shot there, right to the
open spot.
Yep.
Robin Stepler puts it in there, and now our score is 22-17. So Trojans 3 points away from winning the first set here. First game, I should say, of the match. Nice little return, a little dink shot. Good save there by Dakota Hirschberger. Dig, gets it across, does Wolfkill. Setting it again, and a nice block by Hirschberger, but unfortunately she couldn't control it. Not sure if that was Hirschberger or Jordan. Did you have a better look at that?
It looked like Dakota got her hands on that. Those are tough to, when it goes straight up in the air, they're hard to locate afterwards.
So now 2 points away from winning the first game here is Chambersburg. They will serve. Kick digs it out. Jordan. Stepler is there. And that time they do not get a good set. So a little miscommunication that time from Chambersburg. Huskies will take the point. They'll take the serve back too, trailing 23-18. And the freshman Hirschberger will go back there. Try to see if she can get a little run for head coach Mayo and the Huskies. There's the serve. And the shot is in. Nicely placed shot that time by the senior, Sadie Stockslager. So Stockslager gets a point back, and now game point, as we're just in game number 1. So it's game point here, 24-18. And the libero, Courtney Prue, will serve. Good block that time by Jordan. This time they lob it over the top. Hirschberger is there. Smith sets it. Wolfkill for the kill, and yes!
It's a great spot there by Gabby, going for that back corner.
Really nice set that time for her, too, by Smith, and Wolfkill gets the kill. And now the Huskies need to go on a run here, as it's 24-19. Again, 25 will win the first game, so going to need to have a run here by the junior Audrey Jordan. Let's see what Audrey can do. So Jordan serving. And unfortunately, the Huskies unable to get it back across. So that's going to be game number 1. It'll go to Chambersburg, 25-19, our score. And so the Huskies will go to the bench for a little talk in between games. Certainly a game of runs right there, Zach. It looked like we were in trouble early, but then a nice run to get themselves back in it.
Yeah, definitely. Got some good passing, some good sets. Able to get some kills and took advantage of some Chambersburg errors also.
If you're Coach Mayo here, I mean, we talked about this earlier. You know, volleyball sport where finally a couple years ago, maybe you remember, how many years ago was that we got junior high here? Just a couple, correct?
Like
maybe.
I think it was.
Am I that old?
6 years ago.
Oh, come on.
I think that was.
Is it really?
I think that was my second. It was either my second or third year, and this is year number 8 for me. So
I keep sticking my foot in my mouth here. Okay, so scratch that. It's been 6 years now, but we are very shortly going to be at the point, or actually, I guess if it's been 6 years, this is the first year where we have some kids who have actually had the benefit of junior high.
Yeah.
Because all these other teams, let's face it, they've had junior high for a long time. They have feeder programs coming up through. And I know when my daughter played many moons ago at Indian Valley, you know, the first time she ever touched a volleyball was when her coach got her to come out as a freshman. And it seemed like the kids from Indian Valley and Lewistown were always up against it because all the teams we were playing had junior high as well. So we are starting to see, and maybe that's why, as you said, you're seeing the level of play get better and better, that some of the benefits of that junior high. And do you work the junior high games ever? Because I have not. So what are our numbers like? Do we have good numbers there?
Last year, we were, I'm trying to think, we were around 30 girls or so coming out for tryouts. And now that, I don't know what numbers.
How many made the team?
But would have made the team with, you know.
But that's great
COVID
numbers.
But yeah, numbers were definitely up last year with junior high volleyball. And like you said, that's how you really need to build a program. You know, get that junior high program established, get them, you know, used to volleyball, learning the sport, the basic skills, and then developing those skills. And then once they get up to the high school JV varsity level, then they're that much farther along.
And for some of the old school people, you know, the big difference today that our kids run into, volleyball is a great example of that. This is a sport of skill. And it's a numbers game. I mean, the more time you put in, the earlier you put in. And that's why we see so many kids becoming one sport athlete, sometimes two. I mean, you know, very seldom do we have 3 sport athletes anymore.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that used to be the norm, and we have very few now. Most of our kids are concentrating in one sport, and it's definitely happening at the other schools. And I think that's where our kids really are behind a little bit, is because of the junior high work they get in some of these other schools, the time they spend on just one sport like that. And so I would hope that, you know, I've been a strong proponent. A lot of people have been against this league that we're in, the competition level, but I've always been a strong opponent that you don't get better going out and beating people that you're better than.
Right.
I mean, I still firmly believe that in the long run, And like you said, you're seeing it here in volleyball. And I do think that in the long run that it will benefit it. We're already seeing some sports where we more than hold our own. And some sports that we have quite frankly dominated and done very well, like softball, wrestling, and a few others.
Right.
So,
and you mentioned the specialization. That's a hot topic among youth sports nowadays. From a sports medicine standpoint, I definitely recommend.
I'm hoping you're going to say that you don't recommend it.
I do not recommend the sports specialization. We tell kids all the time in the training room that, if they're a soccer player, thinking about, they might have played basketball the year before. This year they're maybe thinking, hey, I'll just focus on soccer. We push kids to continue with as many sports as they possibly can.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of that.
Yeah,
always have been.
Discussions about that.
Always have been, and but the kids are no question up against it when they do that, because especially the schools like we're playing in the Harrisburg area, more city type schools, you see more and more of them specializing, getting that one-on-one coaching, paying extra money to go do other things. And I'm still a big believer in the old days of, going from basketball right to baseball season, and then baseball season's over and you jump on the football field and do whatever there. But those days seem to be fading quickly for most of our kids. That shot is out from Chambersburg, I believe. I think that was the call. And so the Huskies will continue serving. Gabby Wolfkill is serving here. We're underway at game number 2. It's 2-1 Huskies. So Gabby, nice strong serve to the back line. And there is a winner for Chambersburg.
And that's one of those that's tough. You always want to get a touch on a ball blocking, but then sometimes it just drops right where no one is. When if that had gone through, Gabby might have had a good chance at a dig there. But
that was a nice serve, and the Huskies unable to get to that one. So an ace there for Rachel Myers, one of 6 seniors in this starting lineup. Chambersburg had 8 seniors here tonight. Huskies, of course, with the 5 that were honored in the pre-match. Serve, Wolfkill from the back line gets it to Jordan. Jordan gets it across, nice save there, but they can't get it back across.
It's a good spot there by Audrey.
And give the point to the Huskies. So 3-3, early going here in game number 2. First game went to Chambersburg, so they lead 1-0. Huskies trying to get back in it here in game number 2. Jordan with the serve. And a strong shot, but too strong that time, and out. As they went to their bread and butter there, Marley Wrights definitely is who they like to set up. At that time, she shoots it long. Give the point to the Huskies and give Mifflin County a lead. It's 4-3 Huskies. Jordan's serve that time, however, is long and out. And so we're back tied at 4. Multiple substitutions for both teams. I don't know if we've showed you that this year at all or not, but we'll take a look. You can see how the benches are now. Zach, are you guys involved in that at all? But you can see how the seats are staggered.
We weren't directly, and I would say directly involved in that, but I think that's just another easy way to kind of encourage the social distancing and spread girls out.
There's a point for the Huskies. And Cassia Smith will serve with her squad up 5-4 here in game 2. Smith gets it across. Hopple there trying to put it away. She couldn't. Kick with a nice save from the back row. Trojans now set on the far side. And a winner. When they have that down, and it seems like they always like to go to the far side there at the front net.
Yeah, that was a great job pushing that ball all the way out to the antenna.
So 5-5, all evened up here in game number 2. Serve for Chambersburg. Wolfkill gets it back across. Smith there to dig it for the Huskies. Block by Hopple, but unfortunately no help there behind her. And give the point to the Trojans. 6-5, the visitors in front. Dig there by Wolfkill. And the shot out. That time by Hopple. Nice to see, you were here the other week, right? Zach, nice to see at least some fans in the gym tonight, right?
Is. Yeah, that was kind of a weird atmosphere.
Yeah, that first one where we could only have 25 people here for that first game.
Even that,
that was just bizarre, and I don't think there's any question too that it really affects play. I think.
Oh, it does.
I don't think there's any. I mean, you even hear the NFL players talking about it, how it affects play.
Yeah, well, and even with that, with the 25 limit, the reserves had to sit outside of the gym. They couldn't even be in the gym.
Yeah, you had kids coming from the lobby.
Yeah.
Running in to get into the game, and we could only have 25. And I really commend. Nice point there for the Huskies.
Looked like she got her hands on that one.
But I do commend the custodial staff here, the athletic department, had maintenance come in, everybody doing their part to make sure we could get as many people as we are allowed to have in this facility. And so at least, good winner that time for Chambersburg. At least we have the immediate families for the most part are in here being able to watch the kids tonight. So that's a really good thing. Multiple substitutions again here for Chambersburg as they lead 9-6 here in game number 2.
It's been great, you know, you guys doing all these live streams, and that helps out people that wouldn't be able to get to a game normally also.
Yeah, you know,
that's just because of COVID.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that time Wolfkill shot into the net, point for the Trojans. Didn't think about that when we started doing it, but just the sheer number of people that have been watching the streams has been really encouraging. And, you know, I think it just goes to show that there's a lot of people who would like to get to games. And for whatever reason can't. Either their schedule isn't good. I do know just because of some emails, for example, we had somebody from Georgia send us an email that they appreciated the stream because they got to watch one of their relatives.
Yeah, I didn't think of the out-of-state
play tennis. So, boy, nice dig that time.
By Caitlin.
Yeah, really nice. And that'll be a point for the Huskies. Nice winner that time.
Yeah, little
for Mifflin County
there on Chambersburg with the set.
So the Huskies creeping back in this one. It's 8-10. And again, one of our top servers, Caitlin Kick, is there again. And Chambersburg will get it back across. Kick sends it up front to Smith. Smith tried to set Jordan, but timing wasn't there that time, so give the point back to Chambersburg. So 11-8. Notice again, I'm not a expert by any means on the sport of volleyball, but I've noticed some teams, the substitution patterns, it's interesting to me. Some teams seem to substitute almost every point.
Yeah.
And other teams really kind of stay with their lineup. Is that just a preference thing, or?
Some teams will go, they'll have like front row and back row players. I've noticed Chambersburg doing that a little bit.
Boy, good effort there by Kick. She tried to dig that one out, but couldn't quite get it. And so another winner and a point for the Trojans as they lead now 12-8. 12-8 our score here. We are in game number 2. They took the first game. Mifflin County trying to get back in this one. The serve, kick down, tries to save it, so does Smith, but she can't. And another point for Chambersburg. So nice serve that time for Chambersburg by sophomore Katie Etter.
Almost looked like Caitlin tried to play that with her foot.
So Etter serves again, another nice serve. So Eder paying dividends here right now for head coach Freeland and the Chambersburg squad. The lead is 14-8 here in game number 2. Again, it's the best of 5. Games are to 25. If you go to a 5th set, or a 5th game, by the way, that is to 15. But again, remember, you must win by 2. Hirschberger to kick. Kick. Gets it over there to Wolfkill and give Gabby the point, as that time the block was unsuccessful. And so the Huskies on the board at 14-9.
It was a good job by Gabby. She probably saw that the block wasn't quite over the net and just hit it off their hands.
Strong shot there, which is in on the back line again by Chambersburg. And is that because the kids are right-handed, or is that by design that every kill is coming from that far side there?
Typically, if somebody...
With right-handers, is that where?
Yeah, and what they ran there is more of like they call it like a 31, so it's a quick set, but it's pushed out a little bit farther to try to move the defending blockers around. But typically, if somebody's left-handed, they'll come closer to us from Chambersburg's side and hit from behind the setter, so the ball's not coming across their body.
So Moats got an ace there. This time, however, her shot is long, so she'll give the serve back over to the Huskies. Quick look at our score. Huskies trailing here 16-10. Wolfkill serving for Mifflin County. Tap over. Gabby is there. That one slides over the net. And good decision that time by Wolfkill. She was going to make the play.
Great awareness. She saw it, looked down, saw the line, and pulled up.
Good job by Gabby, and the lead cut back to 5 at 16-11. I'm going to throw another compliment at Gabby here in a minute if we get a chance to do so. Gabby shot across. There's another winner. I mentioned earlier that not only did she have the full day of school, a volleyball game tonight, she went and videoed a county commissioner meeting this morning, came back, and then volunteered on last-second notice, because she likes to take pictures, to shoot all of the photos for the homecoming court.
Wow.
And she did that in the middle of the day today. So, like I said, we have so many great stories here of kids.
And that's great to see kids getting involved in multiple things,
Yep,
too.
absolutely. That shot that time is wide for the Huskies, so the point of the serve go back to Chambersburg, 17-12. Trojans in front here in game number 2. Kick, Wolfkill. Jordan will try to get it across. She does. And there is Wrights with another hammer shot.
Yeah, she really got up there.
I'll tell you what, she is a handful. Senior Marley Wrights, I'm sure Coach Mayo will not be sad to see her graduate. And that serve is way wide that time, so point back to the Huskies. 18-13, your Huskies trail here by 5 in game number 2. And Aubrey Jordan, the junior, getting ready to serve here for Mifflin County. Good serve to the back line. They set up Wrights again, that time a good block by the Huskies. And Smith tries to hammer it home, but got under that one, and it's way long and wide. So give the point back. Really nice block that time.
It was.
And you know,
Good
the thing
block,
is,
good
for our
dig.
kids, like I was saying there, they don't get practice against something like that.
Right. That's hard to, yeah. Exactly.
You know, so we're learning on the fly. I mean, we don't have somebody that can bring it like Wrights can bring it right there. So, you know, it was a nice job on that first return there. This time the Huskies can't get it back. And the lead grows to 20-13. So starting to get away here a little bit now in game number 2. I don't know this Chambersburg team. I don't know the normal substitution patterns, but Coach Freeland, I'm wondering, you know, he's playing a lot of kids, and I'm not sure what he's thinking, if that's his normal substitution, or there's a point for the Huskies, or if this is maybe a game where he sees that he can rotate
and get some girls
and get some kids in
experience.
there. But he's really playing a lot of players here tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes, like you said, that is typical. They'll rotate, front row, back row.
And there's a winner for Smith as her serve hits the net. Huskies still hanging around here as they get the point. Lead is 5 at 20-15. Huskies serving. And there it is again.
Did it again, same thing.
Smith has that net shot down.
And that's something, too, you were talking about the change to rally scoring.
Yeah, that
Back
used to
inside
be.
Out. You
Yeah.
couldn't- that was not allowed.
That was not allowed in the old
Serve
days.
could not hit the net at all.
There it is
3 times in a
again.
row. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
And that shot is a winner that time for Chambersburg. Yeah, Smith went to the well 3 times there. I guess the old adage is, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So unfortunately, that one did not work out. So the lead back to 5. It's 21 serving 16. Chambersburg in front, 4 points away from taking game 2. Huskies need a little run here. Smith sets up Hopple. Now the set on the far side. That's blocked, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Good job
Hopple
using the block there.
Yeah, Hopple tried to get there, but give the point to Chambersburg, and the lead now 6 at 22-16. So 22-16, Robin Stepler will serve here for the Trojans. And that hits the net but goes over. Smith sets up Hirschberger, but that time the timing was not good. And now 2 points away from taking game 2 are the Trojans. So Stepler continues to serve. Kick, digs that one out. Smith sets up kick. Kick from the back. Good strong shot by Caitlin. Good dig, nice save. Smith did a nice job there. Little dunk shot will not work that time.
She tried the old setter dump
Yeah.
there and just didn't
Yeah.
get it quite high enough.
Stepler had done that earlier and it worked. This time, no dice. So 23-17, Huskies need a run here. They trail by 6. There's a dig and the set. And a nicely placed
Good tip there.
little dig shot again, and now 1 point away from taking game number 2. So Huskies could be in a big hole here. Substitution, Hannah Mills, a senior, checking in. Will try to serve for game number 2. Mills, serve is in, and that's going to be a winner as Wolfkill is unable to return it. So, Lady Trojans take game 1, take game 2 by similar scores, 25-17 here in game number 2, as they now lead 2-0 over your Huskies. We're going to take a break for a brief message, and then we will be back with more girls volleyball here on MCTV. Again, we have few different folks who have been corporate sponsors to help us out on MCTV, and we want to thank them for their support, enabling us to bring you coverage of not only high school sports, but all of the different activities that we bring here on MCTV. So we'll be back right after this. And welcome back again, everybody, live to the Mifflin County High School gym. Roger Herto and trainer Zach Cavo with you for girls high school volleyball here on MCTV. You're looking at your Lady Huskies in the huddle with head coach Christina Mayo as they talk over getting ready for game number 3. We mentioned that they're trailing here 2-0, but we mentioned it was senior night, and one thing that I was impressed with was the different things that all the seniors had read tonight about their experience in volleyball. You know that the program is headed in the right direction and we're doing the right things, because the girls, let's face it, they haven't won a lot of matches here, but the enthusiasm that you hear and the fun that they've had, and they talk about things like tough love from Coach Mayo. I mean, those are things, that's going to go a long way down the future as the program tries to get better. But I think as a coach, and I would think for our athletic director, when you hear your athletes say things like that about their experience, that's a pretty good situation.
Yeah, and I think it, from you mentioned the athletic department, I think it kind of reinforces that you have the right person in place to
make things happen.
And start turning the program around.
Well, I get to come in sometimes for our open gyms after Coach Mayo does her workouts, and I can tell you that her heart and soul is into working to get this volleyball program where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And, again, no matter what the girls' record has been, when I come in this gym, they are lively, they are loud, they are fired up.
They are.
And you can tell that they love to play the game. So we will get there. Tonight, we're just going to see if we can stay alive here right now as we're trailing 2-0 against Chambersburg. So game number 3 is underway. Hoppel serves for the Huskies and a quick point.
Good play there by Audrey.
Audrey Jordan, the junior. There's a look at Audrey in the front line there.
Recognize that ball is about to come over the net and just pushed it right back down.
So Hoppel will continue to serve. Nice serve by Hoppel as she finds a weak spot. And it's a nice 2-0 start here. So I guess when you're down 2-0 like this, you're just taking it one game at a time, right?
Yeah.
It's all about trying to win a couple points.
Yeah. You saw what happened against Upper Dauphin. Unfortunately, we were on the wrong end of that one.
And there's 3 in a row as Jordan scores again. You're right. That first game we had, the Huskies were up 2-0.
Yeah. And we were, even in the third game, we were close to closing it out.
And
Upper Dauphin never gave up.
All of a sudden, Upper Dauphin found a way. I'm still not sure how they won that, but they found a way to do it. That time, Hoppel's serve is into the net, but she does get 3 points on the board, so it's 3-1. And the serve will go back over to Chambersburg. Kate Etter, sophomore. The only underclassman actually in the starting lineup for Chambersburg. Well, there's a strong shot, but it's long that time. Wrights had it teed up again, but that time she got under it.
Just didn't get quite enough topspin on that one.
There is Miss Wrights. You look at her. She has been a handful here tonight for the Huskies. Good serve there by Wolfkill. Little tip shot. Jordan keeps it alive. Kick is there. Smith will get it over the net. Little dink shot, but Wolfkill there. Set. Shot. Ooh, nice dig there as Hirschberger tried to get it through. Good job by Chambersburg keeping it alive. Huskies will set again. Smith. And the shot is out. Good try by Smith as she went to the back line where there was nobody, but about a foot long. And so Chambersburg gets the serve back and cuts the lead to 4-2.
That was a smart decision trying to hit, across the court there instead of trying to go down the line or to the middle back.
Smith, shot is blocked, and I thought that might be 4 hits, but I guess not. Little dink there. Huskies trying to stay with it. Good hustle. Caitlin Kick will get it back across. Chambersburg will now set Wrights again, and she's long again.
Same thing that she did a couple points ago.
Yeah, something with the timing here now. All of a sudden, Wrights, who was hammering them home, now is a little high. I assume that has to do with just timing of the jump and everything. I'm not sure, but now we have a discussion here.
It looks like Chambersburg thinks that Mifflin County had a back row attack.
A back row attack. Now that is well out of my realm.
So somebody.
What is a back row attack?
Somebody that's a back row player cannot put the ball over the net from above the height of the net.
Ah. Okay.
So it's pretty.
It's a way to keep your players rotated all the time, right? So you can't have that.
Yeah, and my guess, I didn't see exactly when it happened, but it looks like I think Gianna is the one doing most of the setting right now.
And their coach is still not. Right now, he still has one of his players with the ball. The officials, I thought, had signaled twice. There was a side out to the Huskies. This is pretty awkward. So we have Chambersburg
really
at one end with the
on.
ball. And at the other end, we had Jordan back there expecting to serve. And after a lengthy discussion here, I am not sure what is happening. So are they saying that was a back attack?
I'm not really sure.
Whatever it was, it worked. As now the serve will go to Wrights. And now Coach Mayo is out there trying to reassure her players what's going on. So not exactly sure. Coach Mayo does not seem happy with the decision, but she's accepting it. And I really have no clue
I'm not really sure
how he talked the refs into this being their ball. I mean, we've been sitting here now about 2 minutes with the score 5-2. Chambersburg now talking to the line judge again. And everybody seems pretty confused on what is taking place out on the court right now. Well, when it's all said and done, it looks like it's going to Chambersburg. And did they get the point out of that?
Well, now the down official is going to talk to the up official.
Well,
So
the drama continues. See, as soon as you brought in that phrase, the back attack or whatever you called that.
Back row attack.
Yeah.
Things
have
got
just
chaotic.
Oh my.
I'll take the blame for that.
This game was just flying along. Now we have Chambersburg players huddled on their side. Mifflin County players look quite frankly a little disgusted right now. And I think they're just more than anything confused. And the official's now making his way back over. So I guess maybe he was just getting clarification for the scorebook as to what actually happened. So, well, now the score has been changed. So it's now 4-3 in favor of the Huskies, but Chambersburg will have the serve. And after all of that, you know, in basketball, we would use this phrase, and we'll just switch it to volleyball. That was the volleyball gods right there.
Yep. That's
getting that point back. So the Huskies do get the point back, and it's 5-3, and Smith will serve. So all is right with the world, but unfortunately Smith will hit it into the net as well, and the ball will go back to Chambersburg. 5-4 is our score. Game 3 has gotten a little dicey here. After the first 2 games went real big to Chambersburg. And now we have a warning, I believe. So now I think they're questioning a substitution here now. Coach Mayo trying to explain what happened.
Yeah, I think the down official is saying that the Huskies are out of rotation right now.
So
maybe the wrong server serves that last serve.
I think we're in for another delay here.
I think so.
Meanwhile, the players having another meeting out there, trying to figure out, I think, to themselves, what is going on here? We had a pretty fast-paced moving volleyball game that all of a sudden here in game 3 has just come to a halt. Coach Mayo continuing to argue her case. And now we're going to have another discussion as the line judges are now going to speak to each other again. Oh boy. So I think we're on this, right? I mean, he was questioning the rotation pattern.
Right.
Simply.
But typically you don't call that until the ball is served.
And Coach Mayo seemed very adamant about the fact that it was not an illegal rotation or substitution or whatever the case may be. Well, the last time we had the long delay, they served it into the net. Let's see what happens here. 5-4. Mifflin County in front here in game number 3. That serve is a good one. Hoppel is there. Hoppel charges, gets the hit and the tip. And it'll be a point for the Huskies.
Good pass, good set, good swing.
I have a feeling like some mojo could be coming our way here, Zach.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so.
I think they have woken, you know, you're rolling along with the lead. You don't want to wake up the other team, but I think our players are now, not that they weren't earlier, but they're a little bit locked in here right now. Feeling like they're getting the short end a little bit. And that time, unfortunately, we can't get it across, and the point will go to the Trojans. So Chambersburg will serve. 6-5, Mifflin County leading here in game 3. They trail 2-0. Kick, digs it out. Good serve there, or set for Hoppel. And Runkle with a winner.
Nice play by Runkle.
The senior. There comes Runkle. She'll substitute out, but boy, nice job that time by Runkle as she got the game winner right there, or the not game winner, but point winner, I should say. Caitlin Kick now ready. Trying to keep a little run here going for the Huskies. Gets the serve across, and that time Mifflin County unable to take advantage of the net, and Rachel Myers was there to.
Looked like the Huskies got the point there.
We did?
Yep, they said that she didn't let the ball cross the net.
Ah. Would
on the
we
Huskies.
call that illegal touching? Is that what we call that, Zach?
You could, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a volleyball term for that.
There probably is, but it's escaping me. But the ball it can't be completely on one side of the net.
Gotcha. That serve, unfortunately for Kick, was wide. And so our score is 8-6 here, as the serve will go back to Chambersburg. Little tip at the line. Hirschberger dug it out. Jordan has to hammer it home, and Audrey might get it. Chambersburg trying to stick with it. Wow.
Good hustle by
What a save that time by Chambersburg. Wolfkill tries to slam one over. Trojans are there. Little doubled head at the net. Nice save by Hoppel, but the shot is long. Wow.
It's a great effort by Gianna there.
That was really good effort the whole way around, and got to give Chambersburg credit for running that down. That was
some great hustle on Chambersburg's part.
That was an impressive point. So Trojans will serve. And that time the return really set up Chambersburg. And all of a sudden the Trojans, as we check the scoreboard, have now evened this thing at 8-8. Continuing to serve is Chambersburg. Kick to Smith. Smith to Jordan, and Audrey can't get it across. And now a little run, and for the first time, I believe, in game 3, Chambersburg has the lead. It's 9-8 Trojans. Kick to Smith. They return that one from Hoppel that time. Kick this time a little too far. And Kick shot a little long, and she inadvertently sets up Myers. And Myers now has had 2 gifts just handed to her there in the front row. And the lead goes to 10-8. So 10-8 Trojans. They continue to serve. Make it 11-8.
I'm Coach Mayo here. I might think about calling a timeout.
Yeah, I think, you can feel the momentum switching a little bit, and now all of a sudden feels like the Trojans have gotten it back. And that'll help as that serve goes into the net. So Emily Marquez turns it back over to the Huskies, and Hoppel will serve with her team down by 2. Good shot across. Chambersburg gets it over. Huskies working toward the return. Jordan slams it, but it's blocked. And a nice game winner that time. For number 28, Rachel Myers. Boy, Myers has come through with several points here.
She has. She's playing well tonight.
It's now 12-9, and the sophomore will serve for Chambersburg. Hirschberger saves it. Smith tries to drive one home. Chambersburg is there. Kick in the back row. Sets it up. Smith gets it across. Myers sends it back, and it's off Hirschberger. And give the point to the Trojans. And now a timeout on the floor by head coach Christina Mayo. And all of a sudden it's 13-9 in favor of Chambersburg.
I think that's a good time to call a timeout there.
Yeah.
Down 4, Chambersburg's getting the momentum just to calm things down, see if we can get a side out here and get the serve back.
Yeah, there was, you know, when you look at this game tomorrow in the paper or whatever, and, you know, it's 2-9, and who knows what's going to happen here in game 3, but it's really got feisty here all of a sudden. I like the fight that our girls have showed here in this third game.
And that's the deceiving thing with volleyball, too, is like you said in the paper, this, you know, if Chambersburg wins this third set, what's going to be in the paper is, you know, a 3-0 win. But I thought these games have been pretty competitive so far.
They have. It's been pretty decent volleyball, pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
And
you can have
the difference has really been the front line of Chambersburg. Their ability to get a couple kills, although we've had some of our own, but they've just consistently been there for a few more. So the sophomore set to serve here, headers for Chambersburg, and she hits that one into the net. So the Huskies get the point. One other nice benefit, you know, the first game we had, Zach, the JV team, couldn't stay and watch. That time the serve, unfortunately, is out for Wolfkill. But for both teams now, because of the numbers we're allowed to have, the JV players are here, and our JV team making some noise down here in the near corner, trying to cheer the varsity on.
And like you said, that's important. Just, I think, something that, you know, a lot of kids today don't necessarily watch the sport that they play. You know, just
I would agree with that.
You know, for these JV girls, just to be able to watch volleyball at the varsity level. To see what works for teams, what other teams do, how they approach things.
That serve is long. Give the point to the Huskies. I would second that. And you know, the nice thing for girls is there is the opportunity now. You know, when I started coaching 35 plus years ago, there weren't women's sports on television.
Right.
I mean, the girls didn't have, you know, female role models athletically anyhow that they could watch. And now that's all changed. And, you know, the fact that you get to see volleyball, the fact that, for example, some of the best volleyball in the nation is being played right over the mountain in Happy Valley on the girls' side.
And I know Coach Mayo, obviously this year is a different story, but in the past they've taken the team up there to watch a couple of matches. And, you know, for early season tournaments that Penn State has, you know, they'll have 3 or 4 matches in a day.
Give the point to Chambersburg. And I got to tell you, I mean, some of the most fun I've had at sporting events has been over at Penn State watching the women's volleyball team. Those are some impressive,
they sure are.
Impressive athletes. And the Big Ten, you know, is really solid in that sport. But you want an entertaining night, folks. You will not be disappointed if you go watch Penn State women's volleyball. It's great atmosphere as students get into it. Of course, now things are a little different, but good volley here going on as Hoppel sets up Runkle. Runkle gets it across. Little dink shot there, and now we have into the net called against Chambersburg. So give the point to the Huskies, and the lead is cut back to 5. It's 17-12. Huskies need this game to keep this match alive as they lost the first 2 and are down here 17-12. Cassia Smith Gets it across into the back row. Set coming for Chambersburg. Kick, gave it a run, tried to dig that one out with the right hand, but couldn't get it. And it's now 18-12.
That's a good tough serve there by Cassia.
Serve coming, Hopple to Wolfkill, to Smith. Smith gets it deep into the back row, but it stays alive. Smith with another nice dig, and that time at the net. And that's probably the 4th or 5th point of this game that's happened like that, where
going up for
a return has actually set them up for a point. And that time Sadie Stockslayer was there to get it across, and it's now 19-12 Trojans. Serve goes to Wolfkill. Smith goes to Hirschberger, and that's off a block and a point for the Huskies.
Yeah, good job by Dakota going high off the block's hands there.
So that time the block attempt does not work for the Trojans. And the Huskies have cut the lead to 19-13. Hirschberger will serve. And that goes into the net. A mishit that time for Chambersburg. Sophomore Morgan Stockslager unable to get that one across. So Hirschberger, there's Dakota getting ready to serve again as the Huskies trail by 5. Nice first serve, and that'll be a point. So Dakota, pretty nice to see a sophomore in volleyball, or excuse me, a freshman. Yeah, a freshman coming up here and playing.
And she missed out on her, the junior high season back in the spring too.
That's a good point. I forgot about that. That one will roll across the net. We still continue to battle. Chambersburg keeping it alive. Kick, a little too long again. Hopple is there though for the Huskies. Back to Hopple. Off the block, they'll set it again. And now they go into Stockslayer, and she gets it. So Stockslayer hits it into the back row and gets a point.
There's a little confusion there between Gianna and Cassia on who was setting.
So 20-15, the lead is 5. Huskies need to squelch this little rally, and that'll help. As the serve that time from Courtney Prue goes into the net. And so it's 16 serving 20. And one of our top servers, Courtney Kick, is there. Like to see a nice little run here from Courtney to get us back in this. Caitlin, I'm sorry, thank you. And that shot is out. Tell you what else I like about Kick is her emotion. Caitlin is just a spark plug.
She is.
Out there. And she's also a great example. You don't see a lot of shorter players that can get on top of the ball. She does.
Yeah, she does.
She does a really nice job when she brings the ball down. Kick again. Good, strong shot across at the net. And that time it's a winner for Stockslayer again. Kick tried to get into that gap and pick it up, but she couldn't. And more substitutions for Chambersburg.
When we were talking about the multi-sport athletes earlier, if you look at the court now, I'm not sure about Gabby or Dakota, but everybody else is a multi-sport athlete.
Good point. You're right. Yes, they are. That point goes to Chambersburg. And now they are 3 points away from winning the match. It's 22-17. Huskies need this point desperately here. And unfortunately, the shot from Hughes, went into the net. And so the lead is now 23-17. Kick gets it back across, but wide. And now we are at match point. So the Huskies now have to get every point here to try to stay alive. 1 point will win it for Chambersburg. Smith keeps it alive from the back row. They go to Audrey, gets it in there. Good strong shot across that time. for Audrey Hughes. And so it's 24-18.
Audrey saw a hole in the block there and just swung right through it.
And so it's Hoppel. So Hoppel will serve. Huskies need to run off at least 6 to keep it alive. Good block that time by Wolfkill, still alive. Huskies trying to work it across. Smith, and it's off of Chambersburg, yes.
Touch.
Yeah, that was a decision that time. Courtney Prue decided to try to get it. She hit it, and so it's a point for the Huskies. So 24-19. Trying to stay alive. Good block that time by the Huskies. Little dig shot to the back, but the Huskies are there. They set up Wolfkill. Nice save by Prue. They go over, and that's going to be a winner. And that is a match winner.
It's a big swing there to end it.
And once again, Marley Wrights, we mentioned she's a handful, and she certainly was there to get the game winner.
That was a great set decision, too. The play was over closer to us to push it to the outside there, where there's probably only one blocker out.
So our final score here of the third and final game, 25-19 was the final. All scores pretty similar. I don't remember exact scores, but
I think it might have been 25-18. Second game was 25-17.
so all pretty similar, and a lot of fight out of your Mifflin County Huskies here tonight as we take a look at the girls in the huddle as they finish up after a senior night here. A lot of emotions for the kids. Again, 5 seniors being honored here this evening, and I know Coach Mayo said it was important that they get senior night in.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to wait. You know,
never
normally
know
you wait for your last game, but now you don't know when your last game is going to be played.
Yeah,
so
a lot of teams are doing it, you know, even their first game just to get it in. I think it's nice to be able to honor the seniors and, you know, give them that little spotlight there for all the work they've put in.
I agree. Well, folks, that's it for another night of girls high school volleyball on MCTV. Your Lady Huskies put forth a good effort, but they lose 3-0 against the Trojans. My thanks to our guest here, high atop the dog pound is Zach Cavu. And luckily, the good news is he didn't have to do anything tonight, right?
Hey.
As the trainer, you just got the ice out, got the Gatorade ready, and
a boring night for me is a good night.
Is always a good night. As I often tell Zach, he gives me the med kit at the start of basketball season, and I tell him, I hope I don't see you the rest of the year.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, that hasn't worked out for the last couple of years. But anyhow, that's it for volleyball tonight. Again, our thanks to everybody here for watching, and our congratulations to Mifflin County's 5 seniors who finished up tonight and were honored before this evening's action. For Zach Cavill, I'm Roger Hurto. Thanks for listening. It's Girls High School Volleyball. This is MCTV.